Hello everyone, my name is Michael Correa, and for my Sociology 210 Culture project, I chose to learn more about a subculture I was not personally part of, but I've always been curious about. K-pop superfans. K-pop, or Korean pop music, has over the past decade transcended its national origins and evolved into a truly global force. But what interests me is not merely the music, nor the spectacle surrounding it, but the subculture that has arisen as a consequence. A deeply committed, highly organized, and remarkably expressive global community of fans. I approached this project with a healthy degree of skepticism and curiosity to understand the inner workings of this fandom. I conducted an interview with my teenage niece, an active participant in the community, and supplemented this with observations of fan community spaces online such as Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and more. What I encountered was not merely a collection of music enthusiasts, but a full-fledged subculture complete with its own linguistic code, social norms, and cultural artifacts. In sociology, a subculture is a group that exists within a larger culture and has its own distinct values, norms, and practices. K-pop fans, often called stans, absolutely fit this definition. They form tight-knit communities that cross national boundaries and are unified by a shared appreciation for Korean pop music, fashion, and culture. Within this subculture, I observed a set of informal norms. These are unwritten but widely understood rules that govern acceptable behavior. In our interview, my niece described to me a set of ethics that is held to amongst all fans, such as boosting streaming numbers, voting in online polls, and refraining from public critique of one's chosen group. Ultimately, there is a pronounced sense of internal discipline and cohesion. Often, as well, there's a notable hierarchy between experienced fans and newcomers, otherwise known as baby stans. These practices are not random. They are social mechanisms designed to maintain cohesion and shared identity within a highly competitive and a very emotionally charged environment. The fandom also employs a rich array of symbols, both linguistic and visual. Phrases such as "I purple you" have become tokens of emotional solidarity and group cohesion. Similarly, emojis such as the purple heart function as a recognizable cultural shorthand. And terms like bias have been adopted to mean one's favorite member. This forms an internal vocabulary within the subculture that serves to both communicate effectively and outline boundaries at the extremes outside of the culture. Ultimately, this symbolic ecosystem, non-material culture, the shared meanings and expressions that define this group's worldview, it is a language unto itself, accessible only to those who have immersed themselves in it already. The K-pop fandom produces a constant stream of material culture, fan cams, digital art, edits that rivals professional work. These aren't typical fan activities, they're serious creative contributions. And fans aren't passive consumers, they're shaping the culture itself. This is what struck to me the most. It is the emotional investment. For many, it isn't just music, it's identity. And this fandom offers community, support, and a sense of belonging. It is evidently, truly, and deeply personal for each person. And this project reminded me that subcultures aren't fringe. They're core spaces that offer important meaning and give identity where it's necessary and build community where it's necessary. The K-pop fandom showed how norms and symbols, terms both in the textbook, form the architecture of real lived culture.